Welcome back to Speller Tutorial Services. Today's video is about two-step equations. Let's get started with our first example. 2x plus 9 is equal to 27. Our primary goal is to isolate the variable x, and in doing so, each one of our manipulations has to keep the equation balanced. So what we do is sometimes draw a line down the equal sign to separate our two expressions. On the left-hand side, 2x plus 9. On the right-hand side, the expression is 27. So first, to get this 2x by itself, we need to subtract a value of 9 from both sides of the equation. In doing so, that leaves us with 2x on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, 27 minus 9 leaves us with 18. Our coefficient in front of our variable should always be positive and be the number 1. In this case, the coefficient is 2. So we need to get rid of that 2. In doing so, we need to divide both sides by 2. The reason we divide is because the 2 and the x are joined together through the operation of multiplication. So to undo multiplication, we must divide. In this case, 2 divided by 2 just leaves x, and 18 divided by 2 leaves us with 9. So our answer here is x is equal to 9. Next, we need to check that answer. And to check the answer, we substitute the 9 back into our original equation. And in doing so, we come up with what I have here at the bottom. 2 times 9 is 18, plus another 9, and set that equal to 27, which is from our original equation. Evaluate the left-hand side. 18 plus 9 is 27, so we know that this problem here is done correctly. Let's take a look at our next example, which is 4 minus 4x is equal to 24. Again, we need to isolate this negative 4x. To do so, we need to subtract 4 from both sides of our equation. That leaves us with negative 4x is equal to 20 minus 4, which is 20. This negative 4 is joined with the x through multiplication, so we have to divide by negative 4 to undo that. Negative divided by negative leaves us a positive, and 20 divided by negative 4 leaves us a negative 5. So here we see that x is negative 5. We need to check that by substitution back into our original equation. Negative times negative gives us a positive, and then 4 times 5 gives us 20. Set it equal to the right-hand side of the equation. We evaluate the left-hand side. 20 plus 4 is 24, and we know that 24 is equal to 24. Our next example is negative 35 is equal to negative x minus 30. Here, to isolate the x, we need to add 30 to both sides. In doing so, when we evaluate this on the left-hand side here, negative 35 plus 30 leaves us with a negative 5. And on the right-hand side, we're just left with negative 8 because the positive and negative 30 evaluate down to 0. Here, our coefficient is negative 1. We cannot have that, so we need to divide both sides by negative 1. Negative divided by negative is a positive, and 5 divided by 1 is 5. Again, negative divided by negative is positive, and x divided by 1 is just x. So here we're saying that x is equal to positive 5. We're going to substitute back into our original equation and then evaluate to make sure our answer is correct. Negative 5 minus 30 gives me a negative 35, and I see that negative 35 is equal to negative 35, so that there is in fact correct. And our last example, 48 is equal to 30 minus 9y. Here I need to get this negative 9y by itself, so I have to subtract 30 from both sides. 48 minus 30 leaves me with 18. These positive 30 and negative 30 evaluate down to 0, and I'm left with a negative 9y. My coefficient cannot be negative, and it cannot be a number other than 1, so I divide both sides by negative 9. 18 divided by negative 9 gives me a negative 2, and negative 9 divided by negative 9 leaves me with y. So I have y is equal to -2. And again, we do our check by writing the original equation and substituting in -2 for y. So I have 48 is equal to 30. Negative times negative is a positive, and 9 times 2 is 18. So here I see that 30 plus 18 is in fact 48. So again, I know that I did this problem here correctly. All right, that sums it up for two-step equations. Please stay tuned to our YouTube page and subscribe. And also you can check out our videos on our Facebook page, and please fan us on that page. Everything is found under the name Speller Tutorial Services. Thank you.